Hello and welcome everyone. In this session I'm going to discuss about the third unit of MMPC 16, and the name of this unit is as you can see on your screen is International Business Environment and Overview. Okay, so it means we are going to discuss here about the international business environment. Okay, so now let's start. So international business environment is regarded as the sum of all the external forces working upon the firm as it goes about its affairs in the foreign markets. It means we can say whenever any firm goes into the foreign market, then whatever external forces work on that firm, so that can be regarded as international business environment. So need to scan the following elements. So whenever any organization or firm goes to the foreign market, then in that case there is need to scan the following elements to enter a market for business. Okay, so it means there is needs to scan the environment elements. So what are those elements of the international business environment? So the first, that is given political, second given economic, third given socio-cultural, fourth given technological, fifth given ecological, and sixth given legal. Okay, so in short we say pestle analysis. Okay, what we call this as pestle analysis, PESTEL. So now one by one I will explain this all in detail. So the first environment, that is political environment. So a country's political environment influences the operation of business both domestically and internationally, as politics and economics are interlinked. Since we know that politics and economics are interlinked, so that's why a country's political environment influences the operations of business both domestically and internationally. So political ideologies here given. These terms we need to understand, because according to this we will be able to understand that how a political system can affect the economic system. Clear? So now let's see here. So this is given political ideologies. Political ideologies are the ideas, theories and orientations. So what are these? Political ideologies are the ideas, theories and orientations. It is important to know how these ideas, theories can be executed or leveraged to achieve the business goals. So political ideologies are ideas, theories and orientations. And it is important to know how these ideas, theories can be executed or leveraged to achieve the business goals. So that's I already said before that we need to understand the political system to better utilize the economic system. So that's here given. It is important to know how the ideas and theories can be executed or leveraged to achieve the business goals. So three kinds of ideologies are there. So first ideology, that is given pluralism. Pluralism means people of different beliefs, backgrounds and lifestyles can coexist. That is the first kind of political ideology, that is pluralism. It means people from different beliefs, background and lifestyle can coexist. That is the first kind of political ideology. The second kind of political ideology, it is the totalitarianism. Okay, totalitarianism. So in this one authoritarian political party rules. And the third, it is given the democracy. Democracy, as we know, that where people govern everything. It may, or you can say, for the people, by the people and forsake the people. It means the government is run by the people and that is run for the people here. So that is a kind of that is democracy, and here people are involved in the political system, and we can say that is the greatest amount of influence of the people on the Governance of the government. Influence of political system on management decision making. Okay, so how political system affects the management decision making. So the first given, exposed to various types of political system. So managers are exposed to various types of political system, so they need to understand the different kinds of political systems, so that accordingly they can take better decisions. The second given there, extent of government intervention in the economy. So how much the government intervention is there in the economy, that also affects the management decision, because if there it is less involvement of the government in the economic system, then you can say the managers will have to think more about the market economy as compared to regulatory economy, or you can that regulatory economy, it is about the centralized economy. So that kind of thing the managers need to keep into the mind when taking decisions. The second element of the business, international business environment, that is given economic environment. So to understand the economic environment, it is important to understand how the countries of the world are classified. Okay, if we have to understand the economic environment, then we must understand how those all countries are classified. Okay, so here given first a classification based on income. Based on income, countries are classified by their GNP or GDP. It means gross national product or gross domestic product. So GDP, it is the total output produced in the region of a country, and GNP, it is the total output produced by the people of a nation. So in case of GNP, there it is no national boundary is required. It means people can work outside of the country also, and that it will be considered in case of GNP. But in case of GDP, it is that the people working only in the national boundary of a country, that will be considered as the product, not the output which are produced by the national outside the country. So second given, classification based on region. On the basis of region, we can also classify countries. Then the third classification based on economic system. So what kind of economic system that it exists in the country. So on the basis of that also, we can classify the economic system, we can classify countries. So here classification based on the types of C number, na? Yes, C. I was discussing about C. Classification based on economic system. It is system of production, distribution and consumption can be placed on the continuum from free to repressed. From free to repressed kind of system it may exist in case of production or distribution. Okay, and D given here, classification based on types of economies. So based on the types of economies here given, market economy. So in case of market economy, here economic resources are owned and controlled by private sectors. So economic resources are owned and controlled by private sectors. Then the next second given there, it is command economy. So in case of command economy, economic resources are owned and controlled by the government or public sector. And the third given, traditional economy, that is based on the age-old customs and beliefs followed by generations. And the fourth given, mixed economy, combination of the above three. It means here mixed economy means the combination of the market economy, second command economy, and third traditional economy. So mixed economy is the combination of all these three. So what are their economic challenges? So economic challenges are unemployment, inflation, business cycle, stagnant growth. So these are challenges of economic. These are economic challenges. Then the next one here we have the social and cultural environment. Social and cultural environment. So any ignorance of cultural sensitivities will lead to dire consequences which would even jeopardize business transaction. So managers should undergo a short course in foreign language, cross-cultural training, familiarizing themselves about specific business etiquettes and practices. Ways by which a manager can understand the dynamics of different cultures. So the following are different ways by which manager can understand the dynamics of different cultures. So the first given, nation as a point of reference. So nation as a point of reference means different national cultures. It means if we consider nation as a point of reference, then different countries have different kinds of culture. Then the second given, dynamics and cultural formation. Dynamics and cultural formation means inherited from one generation to another generation. Okay, from one generation to another generation. That is dynamics and cultural formation. It means inherited from one generation to the next generation. So that manager should consider for understanding the foreign culture. So language creating cultural stability. Similar language, similar attitudes. So here third given, language creating cultural stability. So it means we can say here similar language generally have similar you can say similar cultures, or the people have similar attitude. Then the fourth given, religion creating cultural stability. So religion, it is also a major factor which create cultural stability. Then the fifth given, cultural oriented social practices. What given? Cultural oriented social practices. So what are these here? Culture oriented social practices. So according to the culture means some social practices are created in different countries. So these are the different ways by which a manager can understand the dynamics of different culture. Then you have the next one, strategies for coping with cultural differences. So what are different strategy for coping with cultural differences? So the first strategy, that is making slight adjustment. Okay, it means managers will have to make slight adjustment for understanding and dealing with the cultural differences. Then the second given, communication, means cultural differences can be handled with the help of effective communication. Then third given, silent language. So silent language can be misinterpreted, so that's why managers need to be very curious about understanding the silent language. Otherwise misunderstanding can lead to catastrophe. Then the fourth given, cultural shock. Cultural shock means when one goes in another country, then that person finds the culture completely different. So that's why it should be considered that in another country the culture will be different. So that's why you're given cultural shock means when goes in another countries, then there it is awareness program. So for understanding this cultural shock, or you can say to make yourself clear about the cultural differences, so awareness programs would be provided to the managers. Then you have the technological environment. Okay, technological environment. So two facets of technology are particularly noticeable. So two facets. So what are these two facets of technology which are noticeable? So the first facet here given, the speed of communication. The speed of communication, and the second there it is given, reduction in the cost of technology. So speed of communication means due to the technology improvement, the communication speed has been improved, And the second that is given, reduction in the cost of technology. So as the time passes, due to improved technologies, the cost of using the technology, it goes down. So these are the two facets of the technology which are quite are noticeable. Then the world economy is witnessing a manufacturing transformation with new technology like 3D printing, AI, big data, blockchain, cloud computing, computer aided designing, IoT, that is Internet of Things, machine learning, etc. So these are the manufacturing transformation which are going on all over the world. Technological innovations are frequent, resulting in changes in strategic business planning of international business firm. Okay, it means technological innovations are frequent, resulting in changes in strategic business planning of international business firms. Then the next you have ecological environment. What given? Ecological environment. So ecological issues have received worldwide attention. The unsustainable industrial planning, growing developmental requirements, coupled with over increasing size of a global population, is leading to several ecological challenges, or you can say several ecological changes which have its harmful effect on the environment. Okay, so that's given. Ecological issues have received worldwide attention. The unsustainable industrial planning, growing developmental requirements, coupled with the ever increasing size of global population, is leading to several ecological changes which have its harmful effect on the environment. So major factors responsible for degradation of environment are reckless industrialization, deforestation, traffic congestion, population, system failure in civil planning, and illiteracy. So these are the major factors responsible for degradation of environment. So to overcome these challenges, what should be the business strategies? So now let's move on to understand those strategies which can overcome such kind of issues. So the first given here, so business strategy required to overcome these issues. So first given here, preserve and promote population free and green environment. Okay, preserve and promote population free and green environment. Second given, support renewable energy resources. Third given, reduce and reuse waste. Fourth given, follow domestic and international regulations. Fifth, encourage energy efficient products. Sixth, create environmental awareness. Seventh, incentive schemes for good environmental practicing. So these are the strategies which businesses can adopt to overcome such kind of ecological or environmental issues. Now next, move on to the legal environment. Safeguards for consumers. So in legal environment, we need to consider these all aspects. The first that is given safeguard. Here given safeguards for consumers. So law protects consumers who spend their hard-earned money on purchase of products of international firms. Okay, it means here consumers are protected by the law when they purchase the products of international firms. Second given, the legal profession. International firms, before starting on international venture, usually hire a legal service firms in other countries. So legal issues related to international business. So what are different legal issues related to international business? So laws which affect working environment vary from country to country. Means working hours, minimum wage level, length of weekdays and weekend. So these all vary from one country to another country. Laws also govern cross-border activities such as import duties, foreign investment regulations. So these are. So that's why here one note, very important to consider whenever you are doing international business, that when you are in Rome, do as Romans do. That's it. This is the closing statement. Thank you all. If you get any kind of doubts or query, please write to me. I will definitely try to help you. Thank you.